Welcome back, welcome back. PJ Sullivan is here, and we always like to feature local businesses. And PJ is here to introduce the community to a business called Diamond State Cremation and Mortuary Service. And I always like to ask people, where did the brainchild come for this? Was it at the kitchen table drinking coffee, or what happened?
Well, I appreciate you guys having me here today. First of all, both of you. Yeah, I've had the experience, and I don't know if you have, sitting around the table with your family, trying to determine how you're going to come up with funds to take care of your family. And
it's unexpected.
Time at night. It's unexpected.
Yeah.
It's typically one of the worst days of your life. And having that be a financial hardship is just something that we thought we would try to help with. And we've opened a business. It's out in the county. It's out in Lead Hill, actually, where it was more affordable. Our whole business model was to take expense out of funerals versus putting expense in. And we built a building, bought some land, built a building, and opened up out there. We've been open about a month, and business has been better than really what we had projected, so that's good. I think there's a real need to help people, with something like it's an alternative, to a typical, traditional funeral home. So we don't have, there's a lot of things we don't do, but there's a lot of things that we do that are, right along the same line as a traditional funeral home. We just don't have a huge overhead, which is reflected on our prices to you. And I shared some of those with you when I got here.
And we were talking earlier before the show, and she directed me to your Facebook page, and I was amazed that all the prices are listed right there.
Okay,
and, actually, if you're interested, you need to go to just search Diamond State Cremation,
and it'll show up.
And it'll show there, and it shows. We've got pictures of the inside of your building too. I mean,
yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah.
So I suppose if you go to the Facebook page, then you can see what services you do offer.
Absolutely,
since you've got pricing there.
Yeah, we have a direct cremation. If you have a need for cremation, and you're going to, for example, next summer we're going to all get together and scatter ashes or whatever. We do direct cremation for $899. We do it ourselves. It's direct on site, so we don't, use a third party to do that.
Right. Okay.
Well,
there's some pictures. There's pictures coming
up that's one of the things that we have. We're a little bit different. It's not going to be a something like a traditional funeral home. We don't have a big chapel in there. We don't do that kind of thing. We can have a funeral at your church, which is really where we play well in that. We can transport and have it there, and it's a lot more cost effective. For example, we have urn gardens. That's something a little bit different. I had a designer make, and you can set an urn in the middle of your urn garden. That's what you're looking at there. But we have a jewelry department for ashes and stuff that's pretty extensive, and it grows more and more each day. People really like to have it. We concentrate more on celebrating somebody's life versus the monetary needs that you have just to take care of the situation.
Don't you think that people are kind of changing the way that they do that memorial? I call it memorial more than a
cremation is definitely growing in Arkansas. Part of the business plan, I went to the SBA, of course, and got a loan, but part of the business plan is we did a lot of research, and cremation is really growing. It's a lot more popular on the coast, and it's growing inward. we all live in the Midwest, so where I grew up in the Midwest, so we always seem to change last. But there's a ton of people that still want traditional funerals. Cremation is growing every year at a pretty good clip. People are looking more and more to that.
And people get creative about what they do with the remains of their ashes.
Yeah.
You want to tell me what you want to do with yours?
And I'm a little bit, everybody gets to have what they want, right? I personally I'm going to have my ashes put in a firework and have it shot over the lake. That's what I'm doing.
That's a good way to do it.
It's different.
That sounds good.
It's different. I love the lake. I love being here, and I'm just going to celebrate that way. But we have a lot of things we can do that you know, other places don't.
You talk
have.
about tree pods.
We can put you in a tree pod. You can become a tree. We can have you become a stone. We've got thumbprint jewelry. We can take a thumbprint of your loved one and put it on jewelry for you. We have a lot of things that celebrates life that are and very affordable. Our price point, like I said, our price point is just really different because of the way we built this.
Yeah.
We don't have the overhead, and we just don't have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Is there a typical average price for a funeral? Do you know that, or does it just range?
It can be a real big range depending on where you are and what kind of services that you want. I would say that we have direct cremation for $8.99. We do it there. We have a state-of-the-art lab there that is incredible, frankly. And
do you offer traditional embalming? Or
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We can do everything. We didn't build the chapel part of a traditional funeral home because of the expense to build a chapel is exorbitant.
Yeah.
We can have a funeral at your church. We have several arrangements with the Legion. They have really nice big rooms, and they welcome that, especially for veterans. They help with all that. We could have a funeral for a senator in a big church here or in the gym. You've seen those.
Right.
We can do all of that. We just didn't build it into our building.
Gotcha.
So can people? Can you go to their home and talk about this?
Absolutely. We're out in Lead Hill. I love it out there, and part of our pricing, was to find you can't just put these things anywhere, so you have to get the right zoning and kind of thing, and it was much more affordable out there for us to buy a parcel and go in, which affordability and value for your dollar is really the whole, and keeping this whole thing simple. It should not be a complicated process, and it should not cost tens of thousands of dollars to leave this earth. And that's kind of where we're at. We'll help you get through that. We're there to help anybody. It'll be, an affordable option for a lot of people, and it should be more about celebrating a life than becoming a financial burden on people.
Can you pre-plan this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have financing options that are on our website. You can go there and click and be approved immediately. You'll know where you're at with that.
So you could just pay increments.
We'll have prepay.
Okay.
And we'll have prepay available probably in the next week or so. Working with insurance companies is always a challenge.
Well, sure.
A lot of paperwork. So yeah, if it was easy, everybody'd do it, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to have lots of options for people there.
And I'm sure you encourage people just to call. I mean, you can go to the Facebook page, but they can call.
We're at Diamond State Cremation and Mortuary on Facebook. We also have diamondstatecremation.com, and it's kind of a little bit confusing because we also do full-blown funerals and caskets and that whole thing. But we wanted diamondstatecremation.com as our website.
That's a lead-in, yeah.
Call it. We're available by phone any minute of the day or night. If you have an immediate need, we will answer our phone for you, and we're there to help.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you came.
I'm so glad you had me.
Yeah, because this is a topic that, if you're at a dinner or something, you don't want to talk about something like this. And we'll talk about it here on the show.
Nobody wants to talk about stuff until the time that they need it, and probably a little bit of,
and then you're not in the right frame of mind when that happens.
I would encourage people to take a minute, call us, maybe drive out to the lake, get some air, and let us show you what we can do to help you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, PJ. Thanks so much.
Thanks
for coming
so much. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate your show. It's great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Eric Stefanski about some of the things happening over at the Ozark Arts Council and the Lyric Theater. Stay with us. You're watching 726.